Hi, this video is going to show you how to remove a console. Like you don't want it, you want to remove it, and how to replace it with a new one. Okay, so I'm in the, let's go back to the main iDrive. Okay, my Neo Geo arcade stick, and I need to remove the home console. This is a fully loaded one, so it have you go to the hack folder. Inside there's the ROM, and normally that's where the ROM is kept. Okay, the arcade and Capcoms and the Neo Geo is not kept here. Neo Geo is kept here. Okay, here's all your Neo Geo. Okay, so you go to the hack folder, go to the ROM, and in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now normally we would just copy them and put it into a different folder. But the problem is they have spaces. So for Hydro Stick to work with Retro, they all have to be renamed without the space. Okay, and so it will not work if you kept it like this. Now this will work with other console, but it will not work with Hydro Stick. So we're going to go download. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 console that we need to do. So I'm going to do one at a time. We're going to do the NES first. So you go to download the NES. You're going to get a ROM folder, and then you're going to get an NES that do not have ROM, just have the setup. So if you look at it, the information, go to Retro, go to Archive. In here you will have ASP and Retro. So you get those two folders. This one you only get this folder. Okay. So you go in here, there's your NES. So you're going to copy that because see, those do not have space. See the difference? One have no space, and one has special character and space. So we need to replace this with this, and also put it in a different location. Need to be in a ROM NES, not in hack ROM NES. So you need to be in ROM NES location. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to delete 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to delete all those because those ROM are not correct and it will not work. Now by changing this, can you change it back to you running the emulator instead of RetroArt, because RetroArt is a stretch horizontal screen. This is more like a regular box art work, but some of the games do not work. So some of those games you could change it to run retro, and then you could have most of them run in the emulator. So I'll show you how to switch back and forward with that option. But the easy part is deleting it. The hard part is one that you have to edit the array. That one we're going to do together, so you will know how to do that. So first you go to ROM, go to ASP hack ROM, and you're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you don't feel comfortable deleting it, you could copy it and put it onto a local hard drive. You could back it up to your C drive, whatever, create a folder and then back it up if you want. In my case, I'm just going to delete it. Okay, so I'm going to go delete. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 ROM because that's going to take up my flash drive space. I don't need it. Okay, those are gone. All right, that fast gone. Now I need to put it in a right place, which is here. But not here, sorry. There's so many ROM folder here. In the root directory, there is a ROM folder. This is where you're going to copy all your game here. Okay, so we're missing 4 console. We're missing NES, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. We don't have that. So we need to go get those because we just deleted it. All right. So that's how you delete it if you don't want it. And then the other 2 step is you have to remove it. And plus, okay, now we have to remove the box art. The box art is located. Okay, since we already delete that, let's go back to where were we? This is the wrong folder. Okay. So since we already delete that, we're going to go to the root directory and copy this game folder and retro over. Okay, so when you unzip it, you're going to get 1, 2, 3. So copy those two first. After you delete the WAM folder, just paste it. So it's going to copy the correct NES and the retro information you need. And the information you need is mainly just which one you want to use. You could use those three. Okay. Some game will work with this one, some will work with this one, some will work with this one. This one, if it doesn't work with those two, more likely these two are very similar. This is the one that if it doesn't work with those, then try this one. Okay. And this is the chord. Those are the three chords that need to be inside the RetroArch chord folder. So that's why you're copying those over. And that is pretty much is done. I'm still, yeah. You want to replace it? Yes, go ahead and replace it. This is doing retro. I need to find out why is it taking so long to copy. It's just a retro upgrade, taking forever. All right, so going back to this. So we copy those two. Now we have to do the ASP. So we're going to go to ASP. Now this one is a modification add-on. Okay, modification add-on is not just an add-on because you already have this in your system. So the problem now is you have to remove the old one, like we did with the ROM. Now we have to remove the game box. Okay, so we are going to sort them by name. Click on the name, the alphabetical order. We're going to go down and look for stuff start with the first one we did was NES. Okay, so we're going to search by NES. NES. Okay, NES. Just type NES and it will automatically take you to the NES. So we're going to make sure that we have all the NES. So all the NES is sorted by name. So we're just going to highlight the first one. Let's go all the way down to the bottom till you don't see no more NES. And there's the last one. So hold shift, click. So highlight all the NES. Yeah, hold shift. Okay, shift, press left button. So you go down and make sure you got all the NES. All right, so you got all the NES. We're going to click delete. Yep, believe it or not, we're going to delete all the box art. I think I clicked delete twice. Yeah, I'm going to cancel this one because this is already doing the delete. The same exact file, so this is a double click. Okay. So when we finish delete, all this disappear. All the NES is gone. So if you was to type NES, you only find Neo Geo. There's no NES. Okay, so that's gone. So now we want to copy the game folder, which is all this new NES. Okay, and there's the box art. Nice, beautiful box art. 3D. Okay, so we're going to copy all that. So we're going to do Control A, and we are going to copy NES over here. Paste. So we are deleting the old one, and we are replacing the new one. So that's the game box. Then we're going to go back up. So we finished that one. The next one we're going to do is the hack. So we go to hack folder. Now this one is a little bit tricky because you have to remove the old one and replace it with the new one. So we're just going to copy this information. You could actually look at it and see what's inside if you don't feel comfortable. So what it does is add the FC, Game Boy, and this other stuff in here. But those are the old one, old setup. The new one is just going to add the the Famicom here, and the quick, and this one. So you're gonna add those in. I want to make sure PC Engine is here, Turbo CT, Game Gear, Sega, yeah, those are all in there. And then all the arcade one, Final Burnout, NES. Okay, so this will pretty much have everything. So we do want to copy this one. I don't know why my machine just hang there when it's already done. We're gonna go to hack folder, hack, and we're gonna copy this one file and paste it over here on this side. They are sitting there waiting for each other. Replace all. Okay. This machine just sit there like stupid. Okay. So we're gonna open this one, and that's not how I want to open it, but I don't know. My mouse is set to one click and it opens. So this is the new information that we are replacing with. Okay, so we are not going to open it from there. We're going to open it from Notepad++. Here's the old one, and here's the new one. Okay, so we're going to look for everything that starts with NES, but it's not called. It's actually called Famicom now. We're going to add it, but we are looking for the one that starts with FC. So we're going to do Control F, and we're going to search for equal EMU equal FC. I found FC. Okay, but problem, it found the last one. It didn't find the first one. So I'm going to mark it right here to let me know this is the end. See, before I did not create the header, like the header right here, the beginning and the end. I didn't create that. So, but I do put them in the same place. Do you want to replace all? Yeah, let's go ahead and replace all. Because there's something wrong with my retro. I need to figure out what I did to it. I tried to fix something and I think I messed up my setup. Okay, so I'm looking for everything start with FC. And this one actually say Game Boy. Oh crap! They all use the same. The Game Boy. Don't tell me they use the same FC as an emulator. I thought Game Boy had their own Game Boy. Right here, Game Boy. Oh, I know what I did. I moved some of the Game Boy game and using Famicom to run it. So that's why those are listed as a Game Boy, but it's actually Famicom. So I need to remember that because that's why those games do not work. They're actually Famicom game that's inside the Game Boy. If that makes sense to you guys. Okay, those are actually Famicom game using Famicom emulator, but they're actually for Game Boy. Okay, that is a big problem for me in the future. I need to figure out how to fix that. So that means those games will not work because when I did it, I renamed it to Game Boy. I renamed those to Game Boy instead of. Okay, so we're not going to delete that one. We're going to delete that one later. I need to find out where is my Famicom. So I'm going to do Control F, and look for NES. See if I can find NES. There you go. Well, that's the Super NES. Need to look for NES. See, when I don't put it in the way I did here, it is hard to find them. I mean, they are all together, but they are not. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. So I need to find the top or the beginning of NES. So later when you get this copy, you don't have to do this. All this will be done for you. But I'm just showing you to those people who doesn't want to wait, want to do it themselves. You could do this by yourself. Okay, here is the NES, the beginning of NES. So we are going to click on that one, and then we're just going to hold the shift key, and then we're going to scroll all the way down to all the NES, which is probably going to take forever. Oh, I think I just passed it. We're on Seika. Okay, here's the end of NES. So I did put the beginning and the end, so that's good. So we're going to take all that, and we're going to press delete. There you go, there's end of NES. Okay, then we're going to click control A. We're going to copy the new one and put it in here with the rest of the NES, or the beginning of NES. I want to put it in the same spot where I did that. Because there's a couple of them that I need to fix. This is called FC. Okay, those, I need to fix those. So I need to fix those. So I need to put those together with this set, because those are not supposed to be here. So you're going to put the pound sign as a comment out. Don't just type something in here without putting a pound sign. Pound sign is say, don't read this. So those are part of NES. So I need to figure out how to fix this one. So once I fix this, you don't have to worry about it. You just copy and paste. Okay, so I'm gonna put the NES over here. So Control V. So now I have the NES. And they'll break down into, I think, game 1, game 2. So that way they're all done correctly. See, this break down into like the NES3, the NES2. So all the NES2 is here. So if you change something, you could just change the 2. You don't have to do the whole thing. And the 3 start from here. So all the 3 is here, and all the 2 is up here. The folder called NES2 and this. So those are the stuff. So NES is pretty much done. So we just go ahead and close the NES. And I need to find out where those game locate at and fix those. And I'll do that later. I can't find it now. Control F, enter. Now it's looking for, because they're all NFC. Okay, so we finished with the NES. So we don't have to do nothing here on this side. Okay, because NES is already there. and we did not change the location. So there's no need to, so we move this, we copy this over and we paste the information into here that we just did. And so we finished with hack. Now we are going to go to location image. Now we already have NES, so we don't need to copy those, and we already have this. This is for people who doesn't have NES. Then you need to copy those and put, oh wait a second, I do need to copy those because we just delete those. No, those are game INI. So game INI did not change. And heck it, let's just bring this whole thing over just to be safe. So we're gonna go to local and we're just gonna paste those things back and replace all. Yeah. And then let's just check this one, make sure everything is the same. So those are the three, and we're gonna come here and look at the NES, and the new number is gonna be 27, 28, and 29. So we're gonna need 27, 28, and 29. So those are the new number set. So 27 is the first one, 28, and 29. So this is correct. So we're gonna save this one. So those are the number 1, 2, 3. So we could close that one. 27, 28, 29. So here we're gonna go to image, and we have to make sure we name this one 27, 28, and 29. So those are the three things that we change. So here we 27, 28, and 29. So now you could copy both of those into your image folder. So you could just take the image folder, copy, and go to the image folder here, and go to image. Right here, there's the image. There's the image. We're going to copy the image, and we're just going to paste it here. Replace all. All right. So the Nintendo NES is been changed. Let's view by large icon. And let's look at the NES, start with 27. So 27, Nintendo, 28, Nintendo, and 29, Nintendo. And then you're going to do Game Boy. Here's Super Nintendo. So those three has been changed. And those are those. Those are done. So this is the A to F, and G to keep, and then this to Z. So they're in the order, in the correct order. So it'll be first one, second one, third one. So that's good. So those are done correctly. So though, okay, and then you want to double check to see if animation is following correctly. You could go view large icon, and we could look at 26, 26, 27, and 28. So you got this character, and then Donkey Kong, and then the female princess. No, wait a second. It was 27, 28, 29. So Donkey Kong, make sure, yeah, Donkey Kong, and then princess, and then after princess 29 is this character. So let's see if an image match. So we have Donkey Kong first. So let's look at Nintendo 27 Donkey Kong, then the lady, and then the turtle with the Super Mario one holding the turtle. So that's correct. So those three animation match the pictures. All right, and that's it. That's all you had to do for Nintendo, and we're done with Nintendo update. So the next one we did, we already deleted the other two. We finished the NES, so we'll repeat that 3 times for the 3 console. So we already go to game, we already delete the ROM, so we need to go delete the game. So first you gotta go to your download and unzip your download, which is the next one would be Game Boy. So we look for Game Boy right here. Okay. So when you unzip this one, you will get this and this. When you unzip this one, you only get this folder. So this folder, we're going to copy Game Boy over. So we're going to do copy, and we're going to go to this folder right here, and we're just going to paste it. All right. Then we're going to do the retro as well. Actually, we could do those two at the same time, but I forgot to do it. So we're going to do copy, and we're going to go ahead and paste this one for retro. Oh, put the retro in the wrong place. Oh, I put the ROM in the wrong place too. Cancel, stop. Make sure you put it into the root prompt, not the ASP folder, which I made a boo-boo. So we're gonna cut, and we're actually not gonna cut. We're just gonna delete this folder because I stopped it when it was transferred. Okay, make sure you're in the iDrive and ROM and retro. Okay, then you copy those two and paste it. Because if you put it in the wrong place, it's not gonna work. You're gonna like, where's my ROM? It doesn't work. And you're gonna be texting me, say Johnny. So make sure you put it in the iDrive, retro, and ROM. Okay. All right, replace. Okay, so now those are done. Then the next thing you're gonna do is ASP. ASP is the one that you're gonna have to delete the game folder. So we're going to go ASP, and we're gonna go to game folder. So we're gonna look for everything star. We're gonna click here, make sure we sort it by name, and we are searching for Game Boy. There's all my Game Boy. So I got the first one checked. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit, make sure there's no Game Boy. Nope. It's gonna go all the way down to the end of Game Boy and delete the box art because the box art do not match with the box art I have. Oop. Okay. So all the Game Boy up to here, hold the shift key, press. Ah, I lost it. Okay, do it again. Go to the top. That's weird. I did hold shift key. Click. Why did not highlight everything? Control, you just click, and the shift key should highlight everything. Let's do it again. That is so weird. Okay, I got this one highlighted. Let's go all the way down to end of game. Let's Game Gear, Game Boy, Game Boy. Okay, here's the Game Boy. And here's Game Boy. Hold shift, press enter. There you go. Now it works. Okay, so you have to refresh the screen and redo it over again to make it work. That was so weird that didn't work. Okay, so we're going to delete it, and then we're going to copy the new one over. So the new one have the box art, same box art, but it's just different name. Yeah, it took that long time to just load that box art. Okay, so I'm going to copy all that. Copy. So if you follow the step by step, you shouldn't you shouldn't get confused. Okay, so just do step by step, and then now we're going to paste the whole thing. This is almost finished. Okay, then we're just going to paste all the new one over here. All right, the next one will be the hack. That's the one we have to open the file and do those crazy stuff. So we're going to go to the hack. Now, this file should be exactly identical as the other one because this Game Boy Color, so Game Boy Color, oh wait a second, it's down here. Okay, so Game Boy, I'm really not sure which one is using. Let me check something. Let me see what chord I'm using. I'm using the Game Battle. Okay, Game Battle is for the Game Boy right here. Alright, so it's there. So we're just going to close that out. Okay, go back to ASP, go to hack, and just copy that over. Alright, now we're going to open this file like we did with the other one. We're going to edit on Notepad, and we're going to see both screens. We're going to look for the old one, delete it, and put the new one in there. That's the hardest part. This part is to find it, delete it, and put the new one in. Okay, so this is the new one. So I'm going to move it over to the other side, move it to this side. Okay, and then now I'm looking for Game Boy. So I'm going to do Control F, and I'm going to do EMU, looking for Game Boy. And of course it's going to list Game Boy Color because it's using the Game Boy, they're using both the same emulator, Game Boy. So if you want to change it back, the Game Boy that you think is too stretch horizontal, you could just rename it to JBC. Right now it's actually called Game Battle. Okay, so you could always change it back to GBC, and that would be like a LCD, like a box, like a square instead of rectangle. The game will be square. It will be 4x3 instead of 16 by 9. 16 by 9, yeah. Okay, so this is the end of Game Boy, and so we're gonna take all that. Well, we could just highlight the first one, highlight that one, then we just hold the Shift key and delete all that. So we're gonna go up to all the way up to the Game Boy. We're looking at GB, so when we all the titles say Game Boy, beginning of Game Boy. I think we just passed it. Yeah, we went to Game Boy Color now. There you go. So the beginning of Game Boy, and this is the end of Game Boy Color. We need to delete those two. So hold the Shift key, press Enter. There you got all the Game Boy. So we're going to delete all the Game Boy from here to here, and we just press delete. All right. So now we have these two in the middle. So we're going to highlight all this Game Boy, select all, and copy. and we're just going to paste it in the same spot, but with the newer information. Okay, see the game do not have space. Now you could easily change this to GBC, like this, GBC, okay? And then this game will actually would be in a smaller screen instead of the big screen, okay? And then you go change it back to game BATTE. Now, if you know only some games that require this to be retro, you could actually do this. You could select all and then do Control F and then do replace all. And you can replace this with this information, which is Game Boy Color. Okay, that will use the old retro screening instead of the big screen. So if you do replace all, then your game will not be very wide and long. I don't think Game Boy Color have any issue with games, but those of you who have issue, you could change it back to call Game Battle. Okay, I think the Game Boy Color is better with the original Game Boy emulator. So I'm just going to do replace all. And let's do that later. Because if we replace all, you're going to change all this. Let's just keep it as retro. In the near future, you don't like it, you can't stand it, you can always change it back. Just do place all and we'll change it back to order. Well, actually, you could do it. Let me show you how to do it. You just go replace all. It show you normally tell you how many total number we replaced. So see all this is being replaced to GBC. Okay. Then if you don't want it, you want to change it back, you just copy that and then replace it back. Well, now they all change. I'm going to do undo. That's the easiest way. Okay. Change it back to what I just put in there. So Game Boy is done. So we're just going to save it. In this one, we could close the Game Boy. And then we're going to do Game Boy Color next, and then Game Boy Advance. So that one is done. So we go up. Now we'll do image and location. So let's go find the directory. Go back up. And now we're going to go to, normally I don't do image right away. I do location so I know what's the number to use. Okay, so we go location, location. Okay, so we're going to take the Game Boy, both of those, GB1 and 2, and we're going to copy and then we're going to paste on this side. Place all. Now we're going to open up the Game Boy, which is we're going to edit with Notepad, and we're going to move this to the other side. So we're going to view, click on the top, and we're going to move it to the other view, this side, so I can see on this side. All right, so this too is now Game Boy is actually called number 35 and 36. So this would be 35 and 36. So we're going to use 35 and 36 for the Game Boy. So we're going to make sure Game 1 is 35 and Game 2 is 36. So those are correct. So we're going to save this. So next time when I do the pack, it will follow the number that I have. So we're going to close that out. So 35, 36. So now we are going to go to the image and make sure we put 35 and 36. So be 35. So those are the new number because I move it down. 35 and 36. And here would be 35 and 36. So you follow the number based on what you have on your system. Don't follow based on my number. You follow based on my number, you're gonna scoot up. Okay? You're gonna follow based on what you see over here, how you have it. Because I have my Game Boy on 35 and 36, so those are the number I need to change my new download to match it. Okay, so now that is ready to go. I could feel comfortable, just go ahead and copy the whole folder. Make sure I'm in image folder, image, ASP, ASP, ASP. All right, so copy and then paste. And so those will be done, replace. All right, so both console is done. We just finished NES and Game Boy. The other two, I'm just going to do it outside the video because it's just repeating, you know. So those other two is exactly the same way. You're just going to go to the Game Boy, delete it and everything, same thing. Okay, so then yeah, you're going to do make sure it's sorted by name, and then you're just going to go Game Boy Color. And then you're just going to select all this and delete all the Game Boy Color and everything. Okay, hopefully this video helped. And to download, you just go to Telnet, join the club, join everything. You click on the link you just joined, and you click on the top. You could click on the top. It show you all the different thing we chat about that Johnny pinned it. Or you could just click on this account and it tell you that you have 69 folder, you have 35 video, so I recommend you watch the video, it will help. And there's 331 file, and they have share link, and somebody talk. You don't need to look at that one. That's just people talking. Then you want to, if you want the file, you just click here, and it tell you all the file. This is only one file. Oh, the retro. Somebody's looking for this file. You don't. This is the Linux. This is the text file, and then you just look. This is the retro. So retro, you need 1 and 2 download. So this is all the download that you could find in here. Okay, so you download, but it's best to go to this site. Okay, this will tell you all this information from all the pin. Now, the person have all this is this one, the little Street Fighter woman. I forgot her name. Just click on it and it take you to the whole everything. There's no chat or nothing. It's just plain information. They tell you this, tell you how many is there. There's 2 file, 1, 2, and so on, so on. And there's total of 2 zip files. So there's 1 and 2 for the Genesis. And so it will tell you how many zip file you have. And you go down and download this. So this is very easy to use. Since I'm doing a video and show you how to do it, you could click on this. It tell you that there's 2 videos that you need to watch. There's 235 file is here, and so if you want to go directly to but if you do it this way, it's a little bit more confusing because you want to make sure you see what's up there. So it tell you how many files total, so you know how many to download. Okay, so for PlayStation is like I think 131 total zip file. So it tell you right here. 131 total zip file. Okay, and after unzip, you will need 245 gigabyte space to unzip it. You need to download the add-on for this to work. So you need to download not just this, but you need to download the original one, which is, and then this one is one program by itself. So you need to read those, and then I think at very bottom 131 there's one called add-on, PlayStation add-on. So you need to download that right here, PlayStation add-on. Because if you don't download this, it's not going to work because it's just WOM. And those WOM, it doesn't really work with other console. It only work for Hilo stick like Hilo Neo Geo Mini and Neo Geo Arcade stick. So okay, so that's pretty much it. This video should cover pretty much everything. You download and then you unzip it and you will get those folder. You do one at a time and you should be okay. All right, hopefully this video helped, and this I will try to get this done before Easter. And if I don't get to hear from you, have a happy Easter, this happy Sunday, happy Easter, and be careful, and God bless you all, and be safe. Okay, bye bye.